DOS, the MS-DOS version. IBM still kept it going, mainly for legacy reasons, but it also means that it's the most highly feature-rich descendant of the MS-DOS environment thingamajiggy. So that's what we're doing today. And as you can see, the thing wants a disk in it. Barp, 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 barp. Which I will provide it, but let's first, and yes, this is the bit of cheatery that's going on. I'm not doing it on real hardware. I do not have a DOS machine anymore. I will have in a bit, but not yet. So we're actually just using PCM for this, but still should be interesting. And let's see what this computer is made of. Well, this virtual computer is made of. By going into the configuration utility, you can see that we are on a 486DX. We have a math coprocessor, which is very exciting times. We have a BIOS date of 1993, 32 megabytes of memory, and a whole megabyte of video memory, a VGA adapter, unrealistically, well, not really. This is pretty much the 486 I had when I was a teenager. And it actually had a whole gig of hard drive space. It originally came with Windows 95, but I not downgraded it, but I moved to using DOS because Windows 95 was a bit much for it. And yes, all that goodness. We have a smart startup sequence. I was very curious, would the alternative be dumb? But no, it's hard disk or conventional. So we'll go with smart because that sounds like a smart plan. And yes, it actually supports Y2K things, which is the main thing PC-DOS had over MS-DOS, is it was compatible with Y2K buggy thingy, so very important for embedded systems, which this was mainly made for. So let's grant it its wish, and let's give it a operating system, IBM BC-DOS, and here we go. We press F1. And we should launch into the system setup utility. I don't remember if I should have formatted the drive before, but I don't think I do need to do that. Oh, yeah. Also, another problem that I'll encounter several times during this, I actually use the Dvorak layout on my keyboard. PC-DOS does not support that, like, at all. So I will be hitting a lot of wrong buttons because wrong muscle memory. Okay, let's allocate all the free hard drive space. And apparently that was worthy of a reboot. For reasons. I think it did this. I did a test run of this before. I think it did the same thing. Yes. Yes, I want to install PC-DOS 7.0. Yes, format partition. Yeah, maybe I should have formatted it before, but then again, it didn't boot into like any disk environment, so I don't know how I could have done that. Maybe it was supposed to do this. Let's agree that it indeed did mean to do this. This is the part where the YouTube video will have, when it's moving just files, that's the part where it will have voiceover narration. Okay, welcome to setup. Note if your computer is running an operating system other than DOS, installing PC-DOS could result in loss of program and data files. Well, this machine is not even, or this disk is not even formatted, so continue. And yes, time is correct, country is not correct. Not that it matters that much, but let's do, and yeah, I actually did check if there was Dvorak in some form here, but no, there is not, so I'll just have to deal. There's also a choice between non-ISO font and an ISO font. I like the look of the non-ISO one more, even though probably the ISO would be more proper, but we'll go with that. And for this virtual machine, we don't need a Phoenix PCMCIA support. We don't need an antivirus. Rex language support was something that was featured that wasn't a part of MS-DOS. So let's install that just in case. I don't want compression, and we can leave the backup utility. Let's go continue setup. Options correct, and let's go. So if there's any questions or comments, feel free to put them in the chat. This is a good spot because this is where the actual video will have, as I said, no voiceover narration. Let's change to disk 2. And it's actually interesting. My face cam is actually covering it, but it's telling under. Actually, I'll turn it off for this. You can see what it's installing, and it's interesting to see what are familiar things from MS-DOS and which are more which are different. So yeah, I did a test run of this, so I know some of the differences, but the history and all that I'll cover in the video because it's easier to do that when I have a script. Suddenly very thirsty. The immersion breaking KDE pointer. Let's put it away. Turn it away. All right. Here we come. Do we want to edit the autoexec bat and config sys changes? I probably don't want to edit them, but I want to see them. And this will be the first difference between PC-DOS and MS-DOS, because PC-DOS comes with a different edit program. Edit, as it was seen in MS-DOS, was actually a Microsoft product. And this no longer comes with Microsoft products. So IBM provided their own e-editor. Welcome to the e-editor. Changes have been made to the setup and saved to your autoexec bat and config sys files. So exactly the same as MS-DOS, because it's 100% compatible, because it's essentially the same thing, just done a bit more. So, okay. Press F3 to close the file without saving any additional changes, or F4 to save. So F3, we have set path DOS, yeah, set temp as DOS, and yeah, just regular stuff. It does the keyboard thing. It comes with mouse support right away, so that's convenient. And the config says just very, very basic stuff that you would have in any DOS, or at least MS-DOS installation. So I'm happy with that. Let's remove the disk from the drive like so, and press any key to restart your computer. And we know spacebar is the any key. And here we go again. There's some kind of a compatibility weirdness because I always get this error on boot, but if I just press ESC, it boots just fine and everything works. So not too concerned about it. Okay, so actually in this system, we have a Voodoo 2 graphics card and we have a Sound Blaster Pro. So obviously for our ultimate elite level gameplay stuff, we want drivers. Hello, Alia. So that is our next step, and much to our delight, I have indeed procured such drivers. And all right, for some reason this doesn't show the file right away, but we have original floppy diskette images. So here we go with, I think it was install, but let's do a dir. Yeah, it was install. So install. And all the drivers, all that, if it's MS-DOS compatible, it's compatible with this. So press A key to continue. And I begin installation. Yes, creating is fine. And after this is done, we should get a test program. And this, I set this up with having the Sound Blaster Pro 1, a card which I never had. I actually had the original, no wait, not the original. I had Sound Blaster 2.0 with glorious mono sound. There's a stupid thing in front of the text. My mind generated the disk reading sound when you selected a hey. Yeah, actually I could emulate that here, but I thought that was that would be going a bit far. Okay, and then a deluxe disc too. Let's go with the second disc, and here we go. Actually, I didn't press the any key, which is, as everybody knows, it's the space bar. I accidentally pressed the enter key, so failed computums nerdums. All right, so yeah, since you joined in a bit later, this is a 486 computer, pretty much a exact copy of my computer that I had when I was a teenager for the maximum retro nostalgia, because that's how we are. Okay, we will now set up the sound environment, string, and the command to set the volume of your Sound Blaster Pro card to mid-range by adding the following lines to your auto-exec bat file. Okay, and C is the boot up drive. Well, they will not be tested. Yes, this is the test program, which is always. This is a DX, 486 DX, 90 megahertz, one of those fancy. It's actually DX4 90 gigahertz, so a bit fancier. I had a DX2 66 megahertz back in the day. Yeah, let us auto scan. And auto scan. And auto scan. And that's the setup. And don't we get to test the sounds? We do not have a Windows installation. And let's test it. Yeah, we actually did this already, so I know it's up to 7 and yeah, channel 1. But now let's hear the sounds of 1993. 1992, actually. It's not very loud. And it's actually only coming from one of the speakers. If no music is heard, check the volume control, okay? I mean, it works. Oh yeah, and the 2-operator music output. And digitized sound works in stereo as well. All right, cool beans. We have working sound, so we can exit. Please remember to reboot your system. Isn't that always the way with these fangled Microsoft-y things? Oh, cool. My first PC was actually a 286 at whopping 12 megahertz. Oh, and again, this error we can bypass. So we have mouse drivers. We have the sound working, but I also want a CD-ROM support for this, and for that purpose I have actually gotten a disk. Again, original. All right, I did change this to the Finnish layout, so let's dir this one as well, and it's just set up. I think I needed to use the setup.bat, and the exe would fail. I think the exe actually just said that this is a Windows program. So now we have to reboot again because it be like that. So eject drive A and hard reset. And we should have a working CD-ROM drive. Ooh, Atari ST. That's I never had one of those computers. My first one was a PC. Yes. Yes, and there we have the CD-ROM device drivers. We have the Sound Blaster stuff. We have volume control. We have mouse driver, and we have MSCDX. So everything working. That's the system set up. But let's go to CD. CD DOS to see what exactly do we have all here. And dir this. Again, for the live viewers, I've been using Dvorak for a while now, so I'm just, oh, whoops. I meant to go dir /w/p because we probably can't. Whoops. And we can push up for the last one. That's nice. Again, R is where the P is. Okay, so we have E, which is the replacement for edit.exe. I know we have a shell program, which is also a replacement from the Microsoft shell. I don't actually remember the name of it, so I'm trying to find it here. We have the Rex development environment, which, to be fair, I know nothing about. We don't have QBasic because, again, that's an MS-DOS product. And that means we also won't have the banana throwing game. What was it called? Banana.bat or something like that. QBasic, the only, or QuickBasic, the only programming language I've properly learned at any time. So yes, I'm a very basic nerd. So we have, let's check the Rex program just as soon as I try to find the I might actually, since I'm going to edit this out from the actual video, I might as well Google what there was. PC-DOS shell replacement. I mean, yeah, well, obviously it gives me the shell. No, okay. Yeah. Not the shell that how people actually remember it. Just a second. Okay, so there's new commands choice, deltree, and move that were featured in this. And QBasic was dropped, MS-DOS editor was dropped, IBM E editor was brought in its place, and CentralPoint's PC tools. And this thing had the PC shell. Okay, so what would its name be? Well, let's check out what this Rex... okay. Never mind. Apparently it's just a compiler. Let's see if it's just PC shell. No. Let's go this again because I remember I have launched it at one time. Exciting content, yes, I know. But that's why this is the stream version and then there will be the proper version. Because in this case, shell doesn't mean the thing where you type the things. It means the file manager, the visual file manager thing that I actually, when I was a kid and used DOS, I didn't even know existed. Maybe it's power. Let's see. Again. Wrong. Power manager, power not installed. Okay, it's not that. Would it be CRC? No. I'm not going to spend all too much time on this. I was just wondering if I might remember it. But I don't think I do, so it will be in the video version. FC? This is going to trip me up so many times. FC, insufficient number of flight specs. No, it's not that one. Okay, it'll be in the video version. Okay, let's do CLS so I can... Okay, so here we have PC-DOS. We have PC-DOS version 7.0 revision. Here we have PC-DOS version 7 revision 1. They also came out with a PC-DOS version 7.1, which included compatibility for FAT32 file system, which is very interesting. And obviously for legacy applications and utilizations could be very, very important, because the whole point of continuing with PC-DOS, even when MS-DOS stopped happening, was that if you have an embedded system, if you're running some kind of essential software, but you need support even further, even though Microsoft stopped supporting DOS, but you still needed it. That's why IBM kept on doing DOS even after that. So it just added functionality without QBasic, obviously the best development environment ever created by humans. MC does not exist either. But what can we do on DOS? Well, we can't really do much of anything until we give it some software. And since it's compatible with all DOS software, let's give it some very legendary DOS software. And the first one actually is the very, very cool and amazing and legendary sector not found, reading drive B. Okay, maybe we don't use the B thing. Let's abort. Let's fail. Okay, so let's go back to C. I thought this would be the B drive. Yeah, B. Let's eject drive B. Let's see if it has a problem with B in general. Not ready reading. Okay, so it is connected. So let's go back to C, and I will... So why wouldn't it work? I think it should be this one. And I think I should have the right. Right, you can see the virtual machine specs. So FFdisk. Maybe they need to be the other way around, actually. I'll try that. Okay, I actually need to shut down the system. Do a sneaky little edit. see if that helps. Do that and boot back up. Okay, let's try it now. No. No, where's the F key? There's the F key. Okay, back to C we go. Okay, we won't be doing that. Let's see what I have that I actually can install. Actually, probably none of this will be in the video. So I can take it much easier. I had WordStar, which I was looking forward to playing around with. But if it no worky, it no worky. Can't be helped. Well, okay, one actually desperate try. Would it work in? Might it work on my A drive? Ah, it was just lower formatted. Because now if you look, yes. Okay, this is an edit point for the video. But what can we do in DOS? Well, in basic DOS we can't do much. Like, we don't even have QBasic, the greatest development environment ever created by human beings. Well, there's probably better basics out there. But we need software to create the most awesome things imaginable on this. And for that, Winstall is not for Windows. Winstall is for the most winningness of all software out there, which is okay, typically it's WS, so let's go WS. Let's do WS. What? Okay, let's dir again. Let's check ereadme.txt. Oh, it's a big one. Okay. It's a big one. Also, it does not like this. Okay, this is very hard to read. Okay, maybe we want to run the WS change instead. Okay, let's close that. In my optimism, I will do the intro again. Edit point. What can you do on DOS? Well, it's just DOS. You can't really do much with it. unless you have some software. You don't even have QBasic, the most amazing of all development environments of all time. So we have legendary software available, like this should be WordStar. Oh, have a very nice Guild Wars 2 event. Okay. Let's try something else then. Since apparently it doesn't want it, unless maybe this thing? Oh. Oh. Well. That made it easy. Okay, so I will do the edit point one more time. Actually, let's dir all that. And would WC be the installer? I do not remember. I've installed this a few times. I do not. It seems like it's not liking the water closet. So, okay. So let's just do, let's go C. Wait, no, I make, where's the K? Make dir, make dir, WS, CD, WS, copy a colons, everything to here. I think this is, we'll just do it like that. Yes. And let's do that with the first disk then as well. Yep. Yeah, now I remember how you did this. This is how you did this. Let's just copy everything. Actually, I'll stop the recording here because from now on I think I'll do rest of it. Rest of the video just separately. And now, if somebody's watching, you can just hang with me while I'm installing old DOS software. How fun! I don't think we need Word Finder. Okay, so now we need to. Now we do the winstall. Yeah, this is how you do it. Oh yeah. So we are. Yeah, we are an A. We are yeah. Okay, I'll do the rest of this for sure. All right. Again, that's not the Y. X. Yes, I am. All right. Okay. Next up, we install, of course, we install Doom. I don't think you can have a DOS install without Doom. Oh. Retry? Obviously it will not. Sometimes it, with real hardware, it sometimes works. Why? What did I do wrong now? Eject drive B. Disk change drive A. Wait, these are 1.5 megabytes. Why would they be 1.5? Oh, okay. Just a second. I'll have to shut down this system again so I can change the floppy drive to this thing. Okay, and boosh, we're back at it. Yes, I know. Okay. Maybe no. No. Okay. Okay. Okay, what we can do now then is we can install Windows, because this supports Windows, obviously. There is something weird going on. There's something weird going on and nobody's watching, so I'm going to finish the stream and do the rest of this for the video. Goodbye.